Randy Kessler is a high-profile divorce lawyer. He also teaches family law at John Marshall Law School in Atlanta. He's joining us now from the .com newsroom with his take on what may be the ultimate fate for Jackson's children and for his estate. So glad you're with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So the mother, Catherine, has been taking care of the children for some time now while he's been preparing for this concert. No big surprise that the judge gave custody or guardianship over to the mother right now?
No, not at all. You know, you hear all the time the buzzwords, best interest of the child. Best interest of the child doesn't always mean the best parent. It means the best environment, best situation. Usually it's the best parent, but here there's one parent's gone and the other parent's not in the children's lives. So best interest of the children is leave them where they were if they're doing okay and thriving.
And the mother of the first of the older children, Rose, she had given up parental rights back in 2001. Then she changed her mind and fought for a couple of years. They were trying to seek temporary custody of the children. And this California court said that ruled that her rights were improperly terminated. So, you know, what's the latest on that? What's going to happen now? Does that really open the door for maybe she may try to seek custody of those two children now?
I mean, there may be a sliver of the door opening, but, you know, she's got to act affirmatively. She's got to show an interest, and unless she does, she's got no chance. And even if she does, the court's going to use a balancing test, and they're going to have to decide what's best for the children, and she's got a big hurdle to overcome. Abandoning children is not a good thing when you're trying to ask for custody.
And now we understand that Catherine Jackson's mother is also trying to take control over the state. Randy, I'm a little confused by this. Surely Michael Jackson had you know, made plans in case of his death for his children. Is it normal what she's doing to go ahead and get control of the estate?
Well, of course, nothing's normal with Michael Jackson or the Michael Jackson story, which is what makes it so interesting. But first of all, I'm sure he took care of his parents. His parents seem to be doing okay, and the kids are okay. So I don't think it's an immediate concern. There's no emergency motion that the kids are suffering and they need the money right away. But, you know, naturally speaking, whoever's going to be the guardian or the custodian of these kids should have access to the money, at least be the trustee of the monies, and that will probably eventually happen.
You just wonder how what the will specifies and what he would like, what he wanted for his estate.
Sure.
Is California law different in any way to any of the other states, and because there are so many celebrities in large estates than most of the other states?
Well, every state family law is unique to each state, so each state has its own set of rules for family law and for intestacy and for, you know, how you interpret wills. But the bottom line is, you know, what are we going to do to take care of these children? Michael Jackson and any celebrity that has that kind of wealth has done some estate planning. They've already figured out how to transfer wealth in this event. They've got, you know, either some sort of partnership or family limited partnership. The money's already in place. I can't imagine that these children are not going to be okay for the rest of their lives.
And do you think that there's going to be some kind of battle over, I know they even said they were concerned about a third party coming in. What kind of third party could come in? Would this be perhaps some of the producers that he worked with, or anything to do with any of the debts he may have incurred even though he's passed on? Will that fall onto the estate or to his children?
Well, you know, there are two questions. Custody issues, those are separate from the money issues. As far as the money issues, there's going to be an executor, and they're going to try to interpret and accommodate what his will wanted. Will means desire. What did he desire happen? And the job of the executrix and the court is to try to accomplish that. If there are debts that can be charged against the estate, I'm sure there'll be some creditors coming after them. But it sounds like he's got enough resources and there was enough there to be able to pay off his debts or reach an accommodation so that everybody walks away with at least partial settlement.
You've covered so many high-profile cases. Is it different? You know, like you said, you never know in Michael Jackson case what's going to come up. But do you see any problems that could come up in this case?
The only problem is, you know, hidden agendas. Are there people that want to be involved? Does anyone come forward and say they want visitation because they're attracted to the star, not because they care for the children? So the court's got to be on its lookout. But the bottom line is it sounds like this was a very, you know, covered environment, a very safe environment. These children were not shuttled about between parents, as we see with a lot of celebrities where they're going back and forth. You know, in this case, they were only with the celebrity, so it should be a much easier custody case.